can only think, perhaps, Meghan, that in a sea of consolidation, why wouldn't they be next?
Well, that's possible. And I think as we look at this part of the banking and financial sector, this is a race to the bottom when it comes to fees. That's a great thing, as Joe pointed out, for the consumer. And not so much for margins of some of these companies. And so it's not terribly surprising that we are seeing some of this consolidation. Schwab led with the move to zero commission. They're leading with some of this consolidation in the industry. I think it's possible we see further consolidation. I also think it's possible that, per Joe's suggestion, that maybe they were an acquisition target, that maybe there was some of that baked in, and that's kind of explaining in terms of the multiple what we're seeing today.
You got everybody. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to agree with Meghan completely. We don't know what the deal was, if there were even talks. But if there were talks, maybe the deal wasn't sweet enough for E-Trade to consider taking that deal. The TD Ameritrade is much more of an asset grab, to Pete's point, than it is the transactional business. They have transactional business, yes. They do over $500 million a year, I believe, in payment for order flow and so forth. So that tells you how big it is there. But it's much larger on the asset side than E-Trade. So what kind of premium would you be willing to pay? Or would you just say, hey, we're going to let them sit out there and twist, and maybe we're able to acquire these guys at a much lower price later on? I think you're going to see compression also with the RIA business, Scott. In other words, we all remember when it was 1.5%, then it's 1.25%, then it's 1.75%. These are going down the same way that a lot of those ETFs that are like S&P 500 like ETFs, like Goldman Sachs has one for 13 bips. I mean, you're going to see asset managers getting less and less and less on those.
That's a great point.
Advisories.